Hello guys, this is FortDefender and welcome back to yet another Pokemon video. Today we're going to be going over something that's going to be quite important to you Pokemon Go players out there, and that is the home integration. So what I'm going to be going over today is it worth it to send your shiny, mythical, legendary Pokemon into home? So is it worth it? Well, I mean, we're going to have to look at a couple of things before we really decide that. Now, in Pokemon Go, there's been a couple of raid day events. Some main ones were Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. Those were the main raid days with very high odds, 20% I believe, so 1 in 5. And the shinies were ridiculous. If you grinded out those raids, you probably have quite a few shinies. Now these shinies, again, more the birds, the Cantonian birds, I would say these shinies, I don't know. It's really up to you. If they have the legacy moves, any of them, I would not send them up. If you've given it to them or they had it, I would not send them up. Because one thing to consider here, and a major thing I'm going to be talking about, is what is the value it has in Pokemon Go. So if something has a really, really high value for trade in Pokemon Go, you might be able to get a shiny for the main series that you really, really want or can't get normally. So one of these things might be shiny Dialga when it comes out. Let's say Dialga is your favorite Pokemon and you want that shiny. And you have a legacy shiny bird, there you go, you got a trade right there to get it to you. So it's going to be important to consider these things. Now, if let's say you have the shiny birds, no legacy moves, I would really consider it. But again, there's so many easy ways to hunt the birds. You got Let's Go Eevee is a pretty easy way to do it. And now you have Sword and Shield with the raid battles, the raid adventures. And that is going to be another main thing about this, is that there's so many you can get from the raid adventures that is it really worth it. So what I think outweighs is if you have a lot of that shiny and you don't really care, then I would send it up. But then again, also, there's players that just do go to get these shinies, so this doesn't apply to you at all. But then again, I mean, you have these shinies, and maybe you could get a couple in main series and use them. But I want to say that they lose their value when you send them into home. And this is because Pokemon Go, it's really, you can't really get hacked Pokemon like you can in a main series. So in Pokemon Go, you have to use raid passes to get the legendary Pokemon most of the time, sometimes breakthrough boxes, but that's still a complicated task that either requires time or money to do if you're doing a lot of them, and you usually have to get shiny legendaries. And if you're like me, you're not that lucky, so you have to do a lot of them to get shiny legendaries. But you can't really have that sense where it's not real. You have to work for it, and if somebody trades it to you in a trade, that's a real shiny legendary. And then again, you can only trade with people that are close by, and you can't trade it if it's already been traded. So that also adds to the rarity and value in Pokemon Go. Pokemon like Yamask and Spiritomb shinies, I have both, but those are really, really good trade Pokemon that have high value, and you can pretty much get anything you want most of the time because they're so rare. But in main series, they lose that value completely because there's a ton of ways to hunt them. You got eggs, you got wild encounters. It's so much easier with the shiny charm if you're doing things right. These Pokemon that in Go are so rare because they're only here during Halloween and they're still limited. Spiritomb was a special research, so it was even hard to complete. You had to catch 18 ghost or dark Pokemon, and that took forever. So these Pokemon have high value in Go. So that's one major thing to consider. What's its value in Go before you send it up? Because you don't want to send up something, have it lose its value completely because of all the hacked Pokemon in main series, and regret your decision. So that's why I would think that you would want to hang on to a lot of your shiny legendaries, just to see what you can get out of it, because sometimes if you have anything in particular that you're waiting for in Go, I would definitely hang on to try to get from trades or get, but if you're 100% positive, then I would send it up. But I just want you guys to consider this greatly. Now, shiny mythical Pokemon, that's a completely different story. Some of the shiny mythicals you can get right now are Genesect and Darkrai. Mew was released as a single catch Pokemon, no shiny. Jirachi, single catch, no shiny. Celebi, single catch, no shiny. Victini, single catch, no shiny. But then you got Melton, Genesect, and Darkrai that are multi-catch mythicals that can be shiny. Now, mythicals are extremely hard to hunt. They're usually locked behind an event. Like, you have to do some special event to unlock them in the first place. Or, like, Genesect was a limited time gift Pokemon and you can't even hunt it. So that's why these Pokemon, their value, I would say, is equal or goes up in main series. Yes, you can have a lot of hacked Pokemon, but if it says it comes from Go in the description, then you know it's real. Because like I said, Go Pokemon cannot be hacked in a sense. So I would think that would help a lot with its value, and then also it's a lot easier to get these Pokemon, these mythical shinies. A lot of them are full odds when you try to hunt them. And like Darkrai would be full odds for the hunts, and you can't get it usually in many different games. So that is a really, really good shiny, and the odds are ridiculous in Go for raids. So legendaries, I would say be very careful with the chance that they lose their value. But mythicals, those are very worthwhile, especially if you want them in Go to use them more. I mean, Darkrai is a top tier dark type raid attacker, and then you got Genesect, which is a metal type, bug type attacker. Well, I should say steel type, not metal type. But yeah, and then you got Melton, which evolves into Metal, which is pretty decent in Master League PvP. But then again, these Pokemon might serve you more in the main series games. At this current point in time, Darkrai is not in Sword and Shield, but Genesect and Melton are. So if you get these two shiny mythical Pokemon, you can already send Melton in, but Genesect is definitely one to watch out for, and definitely one you want to send in, especially because you cannot trade them in Go, which means that you caught them yourself. And if you were able to get one, congratulations. I did a ton of raids and didn't get one. But if you did get one, congratulations. And they might be tradable. We'll have to see if you can even like trade them around in Sword and Shield, like for shiny Genesect. I know you can't in Home, but we would have to see, guys. So to recap, I would say legendary, see how many you have. Definitely consider the fact that it might lose its value. Mythical, those are really, really rare. If you have multiple, that's amazing. You probably want to send up shiny mythicals. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I just wanted to give you my opinion on whether or not you should send up legendaries and mythicals that are shiny from Go into Home. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.